Congratulations! You've landed an interview for a potential job. The interview is your chance to sell yourself and your talents to the employer. You've worked hard building your skills. Now it's time to show them off. It's important to take the interview seriously and present yourself in a professional manner. This video will share the steps and best practices to help you prepare for and participate in a great interview. We'll also look at how to appropriately follow up with the interviewer once the interview is completed. We've partnered with business leaders throughout Central Ohio to identify the characteristics and behaviors they are looking for from candidates during the interview process. The goal of this video is to set you up to interview for success. Preparation is the key to success. Let's begin by looking at the steps and best practices to help you prepare for the interview. Part of being prepared is doing research to learn more about the position as well as the company that you will interview with. Review the job description to understand the qualifications of the position. Take the time to create a list of 3 to 4 questions that you want to ask during the interview. Ask questions such as, what are the qualifications of the job? Or, what does a typical day look like? Use websites like Google to learn about the company, such as what products or services the company provides. If you need help researching, reach out to the support staff at Goodwill to help you gather information about the company. You can always ask friends and family what they know about the company as well. Take the necessary steps to plan ahead for the interview. These steps will ensure you are prepared, on time, and ready for the interview. Arrange for transportation to and from the interview site and ensure that you know where you are going. Arrive at least 10 minutes early to the interview site. Arriving late not only leaves a bad impression, but can cause you to be frazzled during the interview. Make sure you arrange for childcare. Don't bring children with you to the interview. If the interview is over the phone, ensure you have a quiet environment and an available phone with a good connection. If you work another job, schedule time off or make arrangements with your employer. Lastly, print and bring extra copies of your resume and reference list. You know the old saying, practice makes perfect. A day or two before the interview, spend some time practicing how you will respond to the interviewer's questions. First, review your resume and identify your career objectives so that you can easily speak to them when asked during the interview. Identify several typical interview questions and prepare your answers ahead of time. Remember, when you respond, you should use specific examples and the results of your actions. Practice responding to the interviewer by role-playing the interview with a friend or family member. This will help you sound confident and prepared during the actual interview. Lastly, take advantage of the mock interviewing session held at Goodwill. This is also an opportunity to role-play the interview while receiving valuable feedback from local managers in the community. Did you know that first impressions are formed within the first 10 seconds of meeting someone? Those that are dressed in clean, neat, and appropriate clothing are more likely to create a great first impression than those who appear to have put in less effort. If you need assistance securing an outfit for an interview, reach out to your support staff at Goodwill. There are options available such as Dress for Success and the Shirt and Tie Fund. Let's take a look at some examples of appropriate and inappropriate dress attire. These interviewees are dressed to make a great first impression. Notice that the clothing is pressed or ironed and free of stains, tears, or missing items such as buttons. Men should wear a button shirt and tie, if appropriate, or a polo shirt and khakis and dress shoes. Women should wear dress slacks or a skirt with a blouse or sweater and dress shoes. Unfortunately, these interviewees are not dressed to make a great first impression. Notice that the clothing is wrinkled, too tight, and the skirt is too short. Avoid wearing tennis shoes. Sweatshirts and flip-flops or sandals are never appropriate attire for an interview. Okay, you've done your homework and now you're ready for the interview. Let's take a look at the do's and don'ts of how you should conduct yourself during the interview. During the interview, you should arrive early, at least 10 minutes. Turn your cell phone off and put it away. Treat everyone with respect and shake hands firmly when being introduced. Maintain confidence by smiling, making eye contact, and avoid slouching. Be honest. Don't lie or make up responses. Ask prepared questions at the end of the interview or when the interviewer opens the topic. Now, let's take a look at the things you should not do during an interview. You shouldn't cross your arms, as this comes across as being disinterested. Don't talk too much or share personal issues. It's not necessary to share every detail. Don't make excuses. Take responsibility for your actions and decisions. Avoid making negative comments about former employers or coworkers. Don't use slang words. You should talk in the same way an anchor on TV delivers the news. Lastly, don't act disinterested or desperate. The interview is over. Now what happens? What should you expect next, and what actions should you take? The interview follow-up is just as important as the interview preparation. Consider taking these steps to leave a great impression with the interviewer. Thank the interviewer for his or her time and share a sincere interest in the job. Ask the interviewer when you should expect a follow-up or communication regarding the position, such as, what are the next steps and timeline for the decision? Ask the interviewer for his or her business card. Send a professionally written thank you email. And be patient. Balance showing interest in the position against coming across as being pushy. We've covered a lot of information. Let's take a moment to review. You've worked hard to build your skills and talents. Remember these key points as you begin interviewing for your next job. Conduct research to learn more about the company and the position. Ask friends, family, and even your support staff at Goodwill to help you. Take the necessary steps to plan ahead. Make sure you have arranged for transportation, childcare, and time off at your current employer. Dress to impress your interviewer. Wear clothing that demonstrates professionalism. During the interview, conduct yourself in a professional and confident way that demonstrates a desire to work for the company you are interviewing with. At the conclusion of the interview, follow up appropriately by asking for next steps, sending a thank you, and checking in periodically. Good luck, and thank you for watching the Interview for Success video presented by the Business Advisory Council supporting Goodwill of Columbus and the Workforce Development Program.